Hi, I'm Steve. I'm going to demonstrate to you LLM Provost, which is a deterministic governance layer that enables safe AI use in high stakes environments. It doesn't replace your doctors, nurses, or tech support. Imagine if the first level tech support, when you call them, they might give the right answer because they have access to all the AI, which has access to all of their records. It assists them, it protects them, and it keeps a tamper-proof record of every AI interaction. Let me show you how it works in real time. Okay, so here's a standard chat. I gave it a forewarning that we're going to ask it a simulated medical question, which we're going to do now. I'm going to tell it basically that I have a hernia, but I'm going to use, layman terms. I'm going to say, I have Craig on the phone. He is complaining that when he coughs, a bubble comes out of his left groin. Also, a little bubble happens in the belly button. What could it be? To the user, this is like a normal kind of chat. Okay, so here we finally got it to answer. Um, it won't resist when you have a real medical system. Okay, so here it's telling you, I appreciate everything that you discussed, and you can see he has a hernia and he should really see a doctor, and the doctor will take care of him, and all of those good things. But let's see under the hood exactly what happened. Okay, so here we have the log of this entire chat, of everything that went on, including its resisting, not giving an answer. Um, but the most important things that I would like to show you is that this LLM Provost, it captures uh, everything that happens, and additionally, it can set rules on everything that happens. Like, say, you call the wrong MCP server that can be malicious, or it can tell you, you're not allowed to do this, you're allowed to do that, and all that kind of stuff. The rules are all built in, and they work really, really well. It's been tried in several different verticals. All right, so here we see we have the user ID, that's me, Steve. We have the customer ID, that's Craig. All right, and we have the conversation ID, which follows this chat in and out from the beginning, including all the resistant logs. Okay, and when I log into this system, say I log in using my Azure Entra ID or a Cognito ID through AWS. It takes my user ID and injects it into the logs as my user ID, so I can't just fake the user ID. Okay. Not only that, this all of these logs, each one is captured in an S3 bucket, an immutable S3 bucket that cannot be deleted. If you're following uh, governance governance things, HIPAA, SEC, EU, GDPR, AI Act requirements, everything in the book can be followed. Say, in this case, we're going to follow a HIPAA that makes it that you're not allowed to delete records of anything that happened. Although in Europe you're supposed to be able to delete records if the patient requests it. Each of those can be followed in S3. Of course, the S3 bucket is everything is in your own VPC. This can also be totally on-prem. Um, Either way, and it can use all of the different AIs. It can use Bedrock or Azure AIs that do not pass personal information on to machine learning down the road. Instead, it just keeps it. So it's absolutely HIPAA, SEC, and all of those things. And over here, we see that you cannot delete these logs. So the log is there. I have it set for the demo for 6 days because I don't feel like keeping fake demo logs for 7 years. But you would obviously you have this set for 7 years, as that is usually the HIPAA requirement. Okay, so this system, which is very, very impressive, it does the four pillars of proper architecture for governance and compliance. Okay, we'll open up the slide here. Okay. Okay. So the four pillars are sovereignty, confidentiality, compliance, and governance. So sovereignty, you have it in your own AWS VPC or possibly on-prem in your data center. It can be installed there. Confidentiality, it's not an AI that passes on your information. Everything in Bedrock is totally private, or you could have it connected locally in your data center with Llama. It is compliant. Since the records are not deletable and not editable, unless you unless you're not following the HIPAA rule. Say if you're following a different rule, you can have governance instead of compliance, which allows an admin to edit or delete files. And govern Yeah, so there's the compliance that it's HIPAA, SEC, and all of that compliance, and governance being that you cannot delete it. Like, the governance falls under compliance, the little pull down menu, whatever. Everybody who's into these things knows, will certainly know which pull down menu to select. Under the government to select the compliance, and under the compliance to select the compliance. Okay. So underneath that, we have a full enterprise architecture, which includes clinical guardrails. You can attach externally MCP servers to Salesforce, to your Athena MCP that will show all of your patient data. It can access all the patient data and pop it up to you. It can analyze it for you on the spot. You could say, analyze for me, whatever record, whether it's for tech support or for an X-ray, whatever you have plugged in. And all of the MCP servers are also 100% logged in 4 ways. And that is why it is totally incredible governance product, and you should be really interested in it, whether you are big or small. And if you're big, that's even better.